You feel tired after speaking, even after a few minutes of talking, and you don't know why. Research has shown that speaking from exhaustion can result in burnout, long-term vocal damage, especially for teachers, preachers, and public speakers in general. It also reduces your authority during speaking. So, in this video, we're going to understand why you speak from exhaustion and exactly how to fix it. But, let's first understand what speaking from exhaustion really means. Speaking from exhaustion is communicating why your physical, mental, and emotional energy systems are already depleted. For example, you've had a really long day, back-to-back conversations, multiple emails, and now you have to speak. Your shoulders is slightly raised, your breath is really shallow. And when you began speaking, your pace is really fast. Your voice is high-pitched. Your throat feels dry, and therefore you try to clear it. Then you start running out of breath, and therefore you skipped pauses. After speaking, you sit down, feel mentally foggy, slightly irritated, and really physically drained, as if you just finished running a marathon, even though you were just talking. That's speaking from exhaustion. So, what are the reasons why we feel this way? The first reason why you feel tired after speaking is because you speak from your throat. When you speak from your throat muscles tighten up, and this pushes the sound instead of supporting it. This creates strain, shallow breathing, and fatigue. This is the very reason why, when you make a few minutes of presentation, your throat feels sore as if you've been shouting, even though you are not. The second reason is you're in fight or flight while speaking. When you speak and feel watched, evaluated, or judged, your body activates stress mode. Therefore, your heart rate increases and you breathe shallowly. Your body burns more energy even for small speaking, like you're running, even though you are not running, but your nervous system is. And this is the main reason why you feel really exhausted after speaking, even for a few minutes of presentation. The third reason why you feel tired after speaking is because you speak to perform rather than express. When you speak, trying to prove yourself, avoid making mistakes, or even impress, you monitor your words, your reactions, your tone, your body language, and that mental load is exhausting, resulting in cognitive fatigue. For example, after the conversation, you might replay the whole thing and ask yourself, did I sound smart enough? That is performance mode instead of expressive mode. And this makes speaking a lot more difficult for you. So, how do we fix speaking from exhaustion? There are a couple of ways. The first approach is to speak from your body and not your throat. Don't get me wrong by trying to find your leg to speak from it. However, speaking from your body means that taking in enough breath to support your voice and not to push it. And it's all about putting one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, taking in a deep breath and making sure that only your belly expands and not your chest. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, and then on the exhale, you speak. For example, like this. This supports your voice. It makes your voice sound calmer without being pushed or forced. Just like that. The second fix is by slowing down your pace. When we are anxious, we speed up, and speed equals more energy. So when you slow down when speaking, you use Less oxygen, your nervous system calms down and you preserve your stamina. So if you want to speak longer, speak slower. The third fix is to stop trying to perform. It shifts from how do I sound to what do they really need to understand. When you shift the attention outward, you preserve cognitive load, and this makes you spend less energy in speaking. So, the next time you have a conversation, pay attention to yourself. Ask, was I expressing or I was performing? Because the voice was never designed to be forced. It was designed to be released. On this channel, we don't just work on speaking, we train energy, presence, and control, making you become a better communicator. See you in the next video.